this is Al again, and today's challenge is structuring the sales call. So today I wanted to discuss a little bit, how do we structure that sales meeting so that we get the most out of it? And how do we get the themes in the right order to really maximize that time? And always keep in mind, getting time with your customers is a very valuable commodity. People are busy. They're not just going to give people time for no reason. So when you have time, when you made that appointment, you need to make sure that you take the most advantage of that time. So anyway, let's think about the three main parts of a really good sales call. And I always start, of course, with questions. So we're obtaining information. And then secondarily, we'll share information. And then finally, we want to get commitment. So anyway, to start with, we want to ask questions. And I've talked about this before, but one of the critical things that we need to do as good salespeople is really understand our customers' pain points, their problems, their issues, their challenges. And we can only get there by asking really good questions. So we need to ask big open-ended questions. We need to shut up, zip it, listen, take a lot of notes, and learn. So I always start my sales calls by trying to ask as many questions as the customer will allow, and try to get as much understanding of where they're coming from more than anything. Once I've obtained that information, then I'm going to reciprocate that by sharing information. And that can be in a presentation, or that can be just in a discussion. Sometimes I'll speak from a brochure or a data sheet. You don't always have to open up the computer and set up the big screen. Sometimes that breaks up the rhythm of the call. But keep in mind that one of the things, probably the only thing as a salesperson, as a supplier, that we're offering to our customers is information. And one of the main reasons they're meeting with us is to get information. Whether they do business with us or not, the information that we share is of great value. So we need to keep that in mind. We are purveyors of information. So we are trading in that access and that knowledge. And clearly, the more we know about our industries, not just our own products, but our competitors' products and how the industry is structured, the more valuable we are to our customers as a consultant. And then the third segment of a well-structured sales call is the getting commitment part. And I'm always blown away when I go to sales meetings with teams and with my guys or with other sales guys, how often the meeting ends with a lot of, hey, thanks for your time, and handshaking, and oh, that was great, without really anyone asking for any commitment. So ultimately, we have to ask for the business. And even if they're not ready to give us the business, we can ask for something. Maybe that's a follow-up meeting, maybe that's more information, maybe that's an introduction to somebody else in their organization, but we need to get some type of commitment. If there's no commitment, I think that the meeting's pretty much a failure. And in some cases, a big ask can lead to actually a big win. I actually had a situation where one of my guys was going into a customer, and this was really kind of a seller's market. But we had an opportunity actually to ratchet up our order just by asking. And when I told my guy, I said, hey, look, when you get to that end of that meeting, mention that if they could just increase the volume on that order, we can get a lot more priority for them in the factory. He was like, I don't know if that'll work. I said, well, what do we got to lose? Let's ask. And sure enough, we asked, and the guy said, hey, I was thinking about ordering a few more parts anyway. Why don't I go ahead and double that order, and you help me get that supplied quicker. So anyway, that's how I think of my meeting. So I need to get ready for a call later this afternoon. So keep in mind, when you head into that meeting, you want to get information, you want to share, and then you want to get commitment. And if you're able to get through all of those three things, I think you're adding huge value both to your own company as well as your customers.